Hello everybody, it's Richard again. Keeping that story going, not long to go, a few more episodes maybe. Let's see. Let's go back to that palace on the top of the hill. Inside that room, that big echoing room filled with people, where the storytelling competition is taking place. Storyteller on the dais with his bell says, "Silence, silence, one story already told," he says. And it was a good story. Who wants to be next? And three little old ladies put up their hands and they say, "We want to tell a story." Three little old ladies sitting next to a cooking pot with a black cat sleeping at their feet. And alongside them, there were 11 desperate men with black beards and fierce expressions. The little old ladies struggle to their feet and stand there and look around. And they say, "Hello everybody. We are 3 witches. And we are 3 librarians." Yes, even witches need libraries, you know. We had a wonderful library. Oh, so many books and odds and ends in a cave. In the middle of the desert. And we lived underneath that cave in a wonderful secret world. We had our cooking pot. Didn't we, sisters? Yes, our cooking pot. We had our spells, didn't we, sisters? Yes. We had our cat, didn't we, dear? And the cat opened its sleepy eyes and looked at the 3 old ladies and blinked. "Yes," says the little old lady speaking. "Yes, we had everything. We had good times, we had bad times. And then you left us, dear, didn't you?" The cat looked up and blinked sleepily. "And a little while after that," said the old lady, "the magic stopped. Didn't it, sisters?" "Yes," they said, yes. "The spells didn't work. The pot didn't cook for us. Can you believe it? Witches without spells." The little old ladies smiled and nodded. "Witches without spells, witches without spells. So then," says the old lady, "we decided we would go travelling, didn't we? Didn't we, dears?" "Yes," they said. "And we got in our little rowing boat and we took our pot and we just started rowing. We took turns, didn't we, sisters? Took turns. And we went up the river, up past the cave where we had our library. We kept on rowing. Upstream we went, further and further. The river turned into a sort of a brook. The brook turned into a kind of a stream. Eventually the stream stopped in marshland, where there was a spring. And that is where we got out, isn't it, sisters, with our pot. And when we looked, we saw the walls of this fine city, the city of wonders. But 3 old ladies, witches without spells, with a pot. What could we do? Yes, they said, what could we do? So we decided to cook. We cooked for people in this city. Simple meals. They gave us what they had in return. But we always cook with an open heart. Don't we, sisters? Yes. We've done everything all our lives with an open heart. Haven't we, sisters? Yes. And then, she said, we met these fine gentlemen here. And she pointed to the brigands with their beards and their eyes, who all turned to stare up at her. And then one of those brigands stood up, wearing his desert robes still. He looked around the hall and he said, "I'll be honest with you. We're thieves. Well, we were thieves. One day we met the Emperor, you'll have to believe us, 12 years ago. And he set us off looking for a magic horse." "What nonsense," said the brigand. "We went back and forth and back and forth. We lost one of ours." And he looks across the room and nods at a man on the other side. "And we came back to this city after years of wandering," says the brigand. "And we were poor and we were hungry. And then," he says, "we ate their food. Wasn't it the most delicious food we'd ever eaten, lads? Wasn't it? And all the other brigands look up and they say solemnly, "It was the most delicious food we've ever eaten. It was the most delicious food we've ever eaten." And the brigand says, "And we wanted to know, how did you make it?" And the old lady smiles and she said, "Well, we told them how we made it. We made it with an open heart. And we told them that the magic had stopped and that all was left was to cook with an open heart, an open fire, an open mind." "And you stopped then, dears, didn't you?" And the brigands looked up at the old lady and nodded. "Yes, we stopped. And the brigand, standing up, said, "Yes, when they told us the magic was over. What a relief. We forgot about that wooden horse. And we built them an inn." "Oh, yes, you built us an inn. And now you help us, don't you, dears?" "Yes," says the brigand. "When the magic is over, all that is left is an open heart and an open mind." And the old lady said, "Well, that's our story." There was silence in the room. But opposite the old ladies, there was a group that was sitting next to a carved wooden horse. 2 men and 2 women. And on the horse's head, perching, a little mouse. And the youngest of the 2 women stood up suddenly and said, "So now I understand. The magic stopped for you. And the magic stopped for us too. Do you want to hear about it?" And the storyteller rang his bell and said, "Excuse me, this is a competition. Do you have a story to tell? Are you willing to tell it?" And the young woman said, "Yes." "Well, come up here," said the storyteller, "and address the crowd." And what she said and what happened then, I will tell you tomorrow. But until then, goodbye.